D2 Word Life here with Rip King Corbin's appointed gesture tides.
Fuck off. No, we're here with D2 COVID Life.
Yeah, but this video is already going to get flagged because of the use of that word, but I don't care. Today we're reviewing WrestleMania 36 Night 1. And we're going to
can't flag the word COVID because everyone does reviews on these certain manias that were during that era have said that word, and they even say it in the damn show.
You'd be surprised. I heard of YouTubers getting their videos taken down because they use that word. But, anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. Reviewing WrestleMania 36 Night 1, and tomorrow, and then tomorrow our next review is going to be WrestleMania 36 Night 2. But, this was the first WrestleMania to be split in 2 nights. Mostly because of what was going on in the world at that point, which he alluded to. Which set the template for what we have today for WrestleManias, am I right?
Yes.
With 2 night manias, like the one coming up here in a few weeks at time of recording. Right?
No.
And this event took place on April 4th, 2020, and well, it was taped on March 25th, 2020, so WrestleMania 36 was the first and only WrestleMania to be pre-taped in advance. And it took place in Orlando, Florida at the Performance Center. And it also has, and this WrestleMania had a new indoor attendance record of 0. Literally. It's like literally, there was no fan there at all except for the fans on the ceiling. Right? Of the Performance Center. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, and that's a new attendance record of 0, and if freaking TKO has their freaking way within, like, the next couple of years, that attendance will be repeated again. Can you imagine if that actually happened if fans outright refuse to buy WrestleMania tickets because of how expensive they are, and by the time WrestleMania airs, no one's in the audience in this big, huge stadium? What would you think?
Well, the way that their prices are fucking almost $2,000 for ticket.
Yeah, or more. Because I've seen freaking ticket packages be like $4,000 to $5,000.
$6,000 for fucking front row.
Yeah, fuck that. Oh yeah, and it's $2,000 per ticket, and that's just the nosebleeds. That shit. Fuck that shit, right? But anyway, the commentators for this event was Michael Cole, your boy Michael Cole,
Oh, your boy Michael.
JBL, Tom Phillips, and Brian Saxton. And we all know Michael Cole's your boy. We know how much you want him to come out of in-ring retirement to wear the orange singlet again. We get it.
No, that's what you want. You want him to face Gunther because he is undefeated at Mania, and you want to see him get his ass beat by Gunther.
No.
Or you want to see Michael Cole beat Gunther.
Actually, no. Michael Cole's undefeated at WrestleMania. There's only one person that could stop that streak at Mania. Hey, anyone got Brock Lesnar's number? Yeah. Jesus.
No, Michael Cole versus Danhausen.
Oh, God, that match would be cursed more ways than one. And of course, the ring announcers for this event was Mike Rome and Greg Hamilton, and the host was Mojo Rawley and your boy Rob Gronkowski.
Eh?
God, why was Gronk all over the product back then? It's like Pat McAfee now. Right? And of course, shout out to the pre-show match, which saw Cesaro defeat your boy Drew Gulak.
Nope.
Oh, we all know he was your boy. You can't lie. Right?
Nope.
I mean, hell, you wanted Drew Gulak to be a WrestleMania main eventer at one point. I mean,
hell no.
Of course, it's kind of weird because you said the same thing to me last week about Logan Paul. No rebuttal there, so it must be true.
Nope. Fuck that shit.
Oh, come on. We all know you want Logan Paul to win the Royal Rumble next year and win the title at WrestleMania 43. Okay, hypothetically speaking, I know we're off track, but hypothetically speaking, can you imagine if that actually happened? I would be like, yep, this is fucked. Right?
Dude, Drew Gulak isn't going to be coming back.
Of course not. Anyway, we get to WrestleMania 36. We get to the opener, which should start off with a special announcement from Stephanie McMahon saying, "Oh yeah, this is hard times. We're here to entertain. This is going to be a WrestleMania like no other." And yeah, that is actually true, right? With 0 people in attendance, right? And then they freaking... Yeah, and then we see in America the Beautiful get performed from a video out of all the other multiple performers that were there throughout WrestleMania at that period. From most of the events. Just chopped into one video, right? Yeah, and then Rob Gronkowski, your boy, friggin' introduced us to the show, hyping the WrestleMania up. And then he was joined by Mojo Rawley as your other boy. Right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, damn. Here we go. They're hyping up this show as a big party when we all know it really wasn't. Right?
Yep.
Anyway, the first match of the night we saw the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, defend the women's tag titles against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, and both teams made their entrances. It was weird seeing them do their freaking entrances and like act like they're hyping up a crowd that's not there. I'm like, they're either entertaining no one, they're either hyping up no one, they're hyping up Casper, or they're hyping up the millions of John Cena's from WrestleMania 25. Because literally you can't see nobody. Right?
Yeah.
And during this matchup, I'm just gonna say this right now because obviously we took note of this throughout like almost every match. How weird is it for you to freaking audibly hear the freaking wrestlers communicate to each other and trash talk each other in the dang ring? Knowing the mics picked up everything since no fan was in attendance. In that building. Weird. Yeah, it was weird to hear back and forth. That would be like us having a freaking wrestling match or whatever, a match against each other, and we record it, and everyone was able to hear our freaking shit talk clear as day.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I would just look back and be like, that's just cringe. Right?
Yep.
But, it was a typical tag match. It was alright for what it was. It was a typical back and forth match. The heel Asuka and Zayn had the advantage. Of course, then there was a hot tag to Bliss, and then a tag to Nikki. Back and forth. It was just, your average tag match. There's nothing wrong with it. Just felt average. And of course, Cross was getting worked on for most of the ender until she got the tag into Bliss. She performed the Purge on Zayn, followed by Bliss performing the Twisted Bliss and on a Zayn, and Bliss got the pinfall win over Zayn to get the women's tag team championships back. And yes, this was a rematch because last time we seen these two fight each other was Hell in a Cell the previous year, which you made us watch. Or I made us watch.
It wasn't just a rematch. It was a rematch and a grudge match.
Yep, so...
Because prior to that, they had their rematch on SmackDown, and won because of disqualification, and no one liked that.
Yeah, and I remember Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross being a tag team back then. I'm just like, Yeah, they were a great tag team. Maybe they... And then you would think maybe they should have Alexa Bliss join the freaking White Six and reteam with Nikki Cross once again.
They might.
At least that's what everyone hopes for, but so far nothing's come out of that.
Yeah, but we might see it.
But yeah, anyway, despite our little fantasy booking discussion there, your thoughts on this opening tag team women's tag title match? As a whole, and is there any spots that stood out to you that I didn't mention? That you can think of?
It was pretty decent. It was funny as hell that Kyrie Zane, or Kyrie!
God damn it.
Was freaking, messing with Alexa's hair.
Yeah, and I'm just like, Can you imagine if we had another WrestleMania like that today? We'd be hearing freaking... We would really be hearing Oscar yell out, Kyrie Zane the whole damn time. Right?
Yeah, she'd be going, Kyrie Zane!
And you'd be sitting there laughing your ass off the whole time at it. Right?
Yes.
But yeah, I thought it was okay for what it was. I mean, yeah, the crowd could have been pumped for this if there was a crowd, but, that's not the fault of the performers or the company in question. Did I feel like the right team?
This year's WrestleMania card may change because it's a fatal four-way for the women's tag team title, but it may be a five-way.
So yeah, but anyway, this match from this Mania, I thought it was okay. I mean, it wasn't the worst match on the card. Wasn't one that I would be like, oh, I want to go back and watch. It felt like an average tag match, minus the crowd, obviously. Right? Yeah. Yeah, and then next we go on to your favorite match of the night. Where was Elias taking on your boy, King Corbin?
No.
The last time we reviewed a Baron Corbin match from WrestleMania was literally the one that happened the year prior, when he beat Kurt Angle. You also loved the ending to that match, didn't you?
No.
I mean, you were really happy when Corbin came out and said, you know what? Elias ain't here. I've dropped him off the freaking, ledge structure on SmackDown. He hasn't been seen since, which that was the hype to this match, by the way. And you were going to be like, yay, another Corbin victory at WrestleMania, this time by forfeit. That did not happen. Right?
No.
You would have been really happy. You would have been, Hall of Fame worthy. Right?
Hell no.
But instead, Elias freaking shows up anyway. And what does he do? Freaking he attacks Corbin with that dang guitar. Right? To start it off with. Yeah, and then back in the ring, back in the ring, they went. It was pretty much a solid back and forth match. Both were working as heels, despite Elias being the face in this feud. I never really took freaking Elias as a face character or a fan favorite, really. Despite the fans chanting, "We want Elias," he was mostly a heel character, as we know, right? In the long run. And at one point, freaking Corbin did have a pin near the end. Corbin did have a pin on Elias near the end, put his legs on the rope, but the referee noticed it and stopped the count, which frustrated Corbin enough for Elias to perform a roll-up on Corbin, holding the freaking tights for leverage and picking up the pinfall win. Near the end, right? Or at the end. Yeah, is there any other spots that stood out to you before the end here?
Elias bashed his back in with a fucking guitar in the beginning.
Yeah, I mentioned that. Okay, what about the meat and bones on this, match plate? Like I said, neither of them held the, no, there was no move that really stood out to me, period, when I seen it. That would make me be like, oh yeah, I gotta jot that down. Was there anything? Was there any other? What do you think of this match overall?
One of the weakest matches on the card. It had its hype for what it was.
I mean, Elias was going into it with a kayfabe injured shoulder, so Corbin had targeted that for a bit, but that didn't have really an effect in the long run, right?
Yeah, well, they were both also selling shots like you and 2K.
Doesn't mean you and 2K, you asshole. Oh yeah, okay. Fine. I thought it was. I hate to say this. It was average. Do I feel like the right man won? Probably, but it's not a match that I'd be wanting to go back and watch. Even if there was, fans in attendance, I'd be like, I don't feel like it's not my favorite match of all time at Mania. It just felt there to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is what I'm getting at here. Yeah, and then we see Sami Zayn get interviewed in the back, talking about his Intercontinental title defense against Daniel Bryan later. Right?
Yeah.
And then we see the next match on the card, which this one was intriguing. It did have some hype going into it, like a story going into it. And I'm talking about the Raw Women's Championship match between champion Becky Lynch and Shayna Baszler. And of course, Shayna Baszler was built as this unstoppable monster force, winning the Elimination Chamber a couple months prior to get a shot at this Raw Women's title.
Also, Shayna Baszler's first WrestleMania, as she was immediately moved up from NXT.
Yeah. I mean, Shayna
Baszler.
Baszler.
A couple weeks prior to the Elimination Chamber, and then she literally said, "Oh, I'm gonna win the Elimination Chamber. Why? Because it's a cage match, and I'm undefeated in cage matches."
And Shayna Baszler dominated everybody in that Elimination Chamber. When I mean dominate, I mean she literally beat everyone in that chamber match, including the awkward waiting for about a minute before the last competitor just came out to get eaten up.
Yep.
I'm not looking forward to reviewing the 2020 Elimination Chamber, okay? You can just hear that in my voice. Of course, Shayna did attack Becky Lynch and actually gnaw on the back of her neck, drawing blood. That was that was a moment, right?
Yeah, but you also liked how freaking Becky Lynch came in with an 18-wheeler.
Yep. Becky Lynch made her entrance. She pulled up to the PC in a 18-wheeler big rig, which that had a custom paint job of her image. Honestly, if this event was in a stadium, I believe she would have drove that thing into the stadium for a custom entrance, right?
Most likely.
Instead, she just pretty much parked up in front of the building and was like, okay, now I gotta walk the rest of the way. Just like how freaking Charlotte did with that helicopter the year prior. Right?
Yep.
Of course, Shayna Baszler made her entrance, followed by Becky Lynch. And yeah, here's something that doesn't get brought up. As revealed in Becky Lynch's book, Becky Lynch was like, about a little over a week pregnant during the taping of this match? So
2 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, about. Right?
I think she was a week and a few days shy of 2 weeks.
At the recording
or
of
a few
this.
days shy of 2 weeks.
At the recording
pregnant
of,
at this point.
At the recording of this match, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the match, Shayna Baszler, to her credit, was dominating most of this match from what I seen. Always, every time Becky Lynch would fight back, Shayna Baszler would actually counter it, including at one point locking Lynch in her own submission hold. Right?
Yeah, but you could really see her selling that freaking stomach shot that Shayna Baszler did.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it was a good match. I mean, they had you convinced Shayna Baszler was going to win the title here. Let's just put it like that, right?
Well, everyone was surprised that even herself was surprised that she did not miscarry at this event.
Yes. But
because shortly after it, she had went to the doctors and they told her, "Yeah, you were pregnant."
Mm-hmm.
And you were goddamn lucky.
Yep. It's like Baszler would apply the Karafuda clutch at the end, but Lynch countered into a roll-up pin, got the 3 count to retain the Raw Women's title here. Your thoughts on this one altogether?
It was a good match. Did it live up to the build-up? Yes. Some people may say no. I am not one of them.
And as much as a fan of Becky Lynch's that I am, do I think Shayna Baszler should have won?
Have won the title that night? Yes.
Especially under the circumstances that we know with the power of hindsight. Because Shayna Baszler, she lost this match, and she was never booked to be a monster ever again, and her push was straight down the toilet. Into obscurity. Never got that big title win. Right?
Yes.
And honestly, I guess Becky Lynch knew she was right. I guess she freaking pitched the idea to lose the belt to Shayna at this event, which the booker Vince McMahon shot down. Apparently. Right? According to what Lynch wrote in her book. Right?
Yeah. I still say that Shayna Baszler should have won the title at that night.
Yeah. And of course, Becky Lynch would hold on to the Raw Women's Championship for at least another month, but she wasn't really active on TV because of her pregnancy and that was done so a new champion could be crowned at the Money in the Bank show. Which ended up being Asuka, as we know. We need to freaking review that event, too. Alright?
Well, the title was relinquished the freaking week before, so technically there wasn't really a Money in the Bank. It was just basically a title in a case.
Yeah, with Lynch announcing that she's taking time off due to pregnancy. That's why Asuka has the championship and not the contract at that point. During that time.
Yes.
But anyway, for the match itself, I thought it was...
They let her release it because of the health scare that she had of the Shayna Baszler match.
Yep.
Because she was damn lucky.
And with Becky Lynch being pregnant at this time, I wonder who the father was. It was Seth motherfucking Johnson. I mean Rollins. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little inside joke. I'm surprised you didn't start busting up laughing.
I did. It just wasn't that funny.
But you know what? I don't care. This match overall, I thought it was okay, but I think in the long run, I think Baszler should have won this one. But man, that's just me too. Can't go back and change it now, obviously, right?
If I could go back, I'd change it to have Baszler won so we could actually see Baszler versus Asuka 2.0 for the title because Asuka beat her for the NXT Women's title before she left.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of championships, next match we go on to for this night one of WrestleMania 36 was the Intercontinental title match. It was Sami Zayn accompanied by Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Daniel Bryan accompanied by Drew Gulak, and you went on record saying this was your favorite match of the night.
Fuck off, no it was not.
Yes, it was. You told me that last night.
This was a garbage match. This should not have freaking happened.
You told me this was your favorite match last night when we watched it. Damn. At time of recording.
It was you.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
And yeah, no offense to Sami Zayn or Daniel Bryan. They're great wrestlers. They actually had great matches together before, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this one wasn't it. I'll let you have the floor. You explain why this one was crappy.
Yeah, because freaking Daniel Bryan makes his entrance with freaking Drew Gulak.
Your boy.
Then Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Shinsuke, they freaking made their entrance. Sammy kept running in and out of the damn ring. In, out, 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 in, out.
God damn it, you asshole. That can imply something.
I said he was running in and out.
Yeah, then you're like, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. What do you think I'm thinking of?
Wait, that explains what your mind is.
That's where everyone's mind will probably be when they read that, when they hear you. But anyway, go on.
Then Daniel Bryan finally gets a hold of it after running outside the damn ring and getting stopped by Cesaro and Shinsuke.
I think Gulak took him out at one point. I think Gulak took out Cesaro and Shinsuke at one
before
point.
the match before they could even do anything again, Bryan is like, yeah, let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Let him go. Which was a mind game to trick Sami Zayn to leave, but Daniel Bryan runs out of the ring, beats his ass, beat him all the way down to the ring yet again, throwing his ass, and then what do we get? Rest hold, rest hold, rest hold, chin lock, rest hold, chin lock, rest hold.
So many rest holds that I literally caught myself dozing off watching this.
Then, what do we get again? Interference.
Mm-hmm. By Cesaro and Nakamura when they attack Gulak. Right?
No, they tried to attack Daniel Bryan, and then Gulak freaking came around and took out Shinsuke, and then Cesaro came to take out Gulak, and Gulak freaking dumped his ass over the damn barricade too.
And let's talk about the match finish, which I thought was the only highlight of this match. Honestly, the positive highlight.
Yeah.
When Daniel Bryan freaking went to do an aerial attack off the top rope onto Zayn, but Zayn freaking performed the Huluva kick mid-air to pin Bryan to retain the title.
Yeah.
That was like, to me, that was like the only good spot. It happened at the end.
Like I said, this was the weakest match on the card. Yes, it had hype. Could it have been better? By far.
Don't let him fool you. He actually loved this match. He gave it 5 out of 5 rating.
No. Don't let him fool you into thinking that I liked it. It was him that loved it.
No. You told me last night you gave it 5 out of 5 rating.
I know you told me you got it 5 out of 5, buddy.
No.
You loved it so much. You gave it an infinity rank.
Hey, I gave one match from this friggin' night an infinity rank, and for a match to have that kind of rating off me, it has to be so good that it breaks my scale. That wasn't it.
Yeah, and it was this match.
That match wasn't it.
It was that match.
No, it wasn't. As a matter of fact, you told me that match deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, I know you think that match deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. It does not even be touched by the Hall of Fame. That was a shitty match.
Yeah, and the reason why you said it needs to be in the Hall of Fame or needs to touch the Hall of Fame is because of the spot in out. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, they had better matches against each other. That goes without saying. This, in all seriousness, I wasn't into this match at all. Riptid's was, but I wasn't.
No, I was not. Did Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan have chemistry? Yes, they had chemistry in their matches. They just did not click that night.
I mean, hell, both of them were involved in a tag team match 2 years prior to this when it was Bryan and Shane McMahon against Zayn and Owens in that WrestleMania 34 tag match. That match was better than this. Right?
Yes.
So how can they have a tag match that was way better than their singles match? I have no idea. At the same event, just 2 years prior, 2 year difference. Right?
I have no clue.
Oh boy. So yeah, from there we go to the SmackDown Tag Team Title Triple Threat Ladder match. And this one was unique because usually when you think Tag Team Championship, you think tag teams. This one, there was only one member of each team freaking in this match.
Well, that's because three of the other,
from what I heard,
Jey Uso, Miz, and
Big E.
Big E, they all got
caught
COVID.
Well, from what I heard, Miz got.
Four family members caught COVID.
Well, from what I heard, it was Miz who got COVID, which is why this freaking tag team title triple threat ladder match turned into one member of each team, which those members were John Morrison representing Miz's partner, Jimmy Uso, Jay's partner, and Kofi Kingston, Big E's partner. Right?
I think Big E's daughter had COVID, or Big E's wife had COVID. I'm not sure. And I think Jay's girlfriend at the time had COVID.
Yeah. I mean, according to reports, it said the Miz was feeling ill. I don't know if it was from COVID or not, but either way, they didn't want to take a chance. Right?
Yes.
So that's why there was only Morrison, Jimmy Uso, and Kingston in this one representing their teams in this triple threat ladder match.
Which turned out that the Miz did have COVID, a mild case of it, but that was a good thing that they didn't have him at the event because he could have made the whole thing a lot worse.
But anyway, these three, they beat the heck out of each other with the ladders, a bunch of high spots here.
Hey, this tag team match was better than it had any fucking right to be.
I mean, yeah, hearing the trash talk and then the ladder crashing on them, kind of unique to hear, by the way, right?
Dude, the team fucking three-way tag team match literally was better than it had any right to fucking be. Fucking Jimmy battled his damn heart after going through fucking ladders.
Yes.
Ladders!
And at one point, it looked like Morrison's head was going to be caved in with the top of the ladder, only to get lucky and have the little opening between the latch and the top of the ladder just be surrounding him instead. Right? In the corner.
Yes.
Before battling back, I thought that was... I'm like, damn, he got lucky there when the ladder fell. Right?
Yes.
And we all know Morrison's history of ladder matches. Thank God he didn't have a tag partner in this one. That could have ended in disaster, if you know what I mean. Ha ha. Right?
Also, everyone that doesn't know, Morrison is now bald.
Everyone's known that. Well, people know that for months. Well, some people know that for months. He looks... Yeah, Morrison is bald. So is R-Truth.
Yes.
Both are weird. Both are weird facts, but... Anyway...
No, in other words, facts. Flair likes to use R-Truth's head as a mirror for applying makeup.
Okay, moving on. Anyway, it's like, yeah, these three just beat the heck out of each other. We can't even describe it. It's just like train wreck. You gotta go back and watch yourself, right?
Like I said, this match was better than any right. It was literally a fucking train wreck mixed in with a plane wreck, mixed in with a car wreck.
Yeah,
on I-5.
yeah, and when one person had the advantage on the ladder, they would get dumped off the ladder, suplexed off the ladder, thrown off the ladder by one of the other opponents. It was just a
Dude,
train
Jimmy
wreck.
freaking twisted his ankle, he twisted his knee and twisted his ankle in this event. Freaking trying to climb, got pushed off,
Yep.
then got put through a damn
The-
ladder by Kofi
yes.
and Morrison, and still fucking came back.
And anyway, after a brutal brawl, all three men were on top of the ladder with like a ladder platform in between, right? On the ladder, between the ropes and the ladder that they were standing on. All three of them were trying to get the championships at the same time. Jimmy and Kingston managed to unhook the golden hook device that the championships were on, and both of them simultaneously freaking headbutted John Morrison to knock him off the ladder. And Morrison, in a stroke of brilliance, held onto the belts, unstrapped him, and fell backwards, thus winning the match and retaining the titles. Right?
Yes. Nothing we could say for this match could freaking do what justice to. Like I said, this match was better than it had any right to be.
And yeah, your thoughts on this one? I'm pretty sure you rate it high.
This is one of the few matches that actually got a high rating from me.
I think I have an idea of what the other one is for your high rating, but we'll get there when we get there. Right?
Yes.
I mean, I thought this was... I mean, could have been better with the other three competitors in this match? Yeah, probably, but was it good? Did they do good with what they were given? Yes.
Did it show off the athleticism of Jimmy, Kofi, and John Morrison without The Miz, Jay, and Big E?
Yes.
Fuck yes!
And did it have a creative finish that no one saw coming? Yes. Right?
Did Jimmy fight his fucking body off? Yes. Did Morrison thank his fucking lucky stars that the ladder freaking fell sideways instead of the way that it was going?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Because the way that it was looking was that it was tipping over, just the one bad wrong move on that, his head would have gotten split open.
Yes. And I'm pretty sure if there was a crowd in attendance for them, they would all clap and cheer the three men here for what they did in this match.
Yes.
Right? Despite the heel winning.
Yeah, is Jimmy and Jay one of the best tag team and also one of two of the best single superstars?
Yes.
In my opinion, yes.
Is the New Day one of the best tag teams around? You could argue, yeah. And John Morrison.
You like the New Day.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just saying that factually.
Yes.
And were Miz and Morrison's tag team, even though they first got together years ago, were they an underrated gem? Yes. All right. Despite them both being mostly known for singles competitors. All right.
So John Morrison's freaking grit and determination to freaking retain those titles. Yes.
So yeah, for me, this was the match of the night up at this point. But there's more to go. All right.
Yep.
So anyway, after the train wreck that was that ladder match for the tag titles, we go to Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins. The Monday Night Messiah, your favorite version of Seth Rollins.
Oh, I know is your favorite version of Seth Rollins.
Yeah. No, not really. Right?
Uh-huh.
And this was built, Kevin Owens never had a WrestleMania moment. Seth Rollins has suffered only one loss at WrestleMania at this point, but he rectified that with a heist of the century the same day night, as we know, right?
Yeah.
So pretty much Kevin Owens' challenge was to find didn't bow down to the Messiah of Monday Night Raw and challenged Rollins to a match here at this Mania. Which it was a pretty good standard, and at first both men made their entries. It was a pretty good standard back and forth match. There was nothing wrong with it. Neither man held the advantage, right?
Yeah.
But you know, that was most of the match up here. But it got really interesting when near the ending of the match, if you want to call it the ending, freaking Rollins and Owens were fighting each other on the outside of the ring. Rollins took the ring bell, nailed Kevin Owens with it, got disqualified. All right?
Yeah. Oh, you think that was the end of it? No.
Yeah, and then freaking Kevin Owens got on the mic. He goes, No, that's not the actions of a Messiah or a god. That's the actions of a bitch, right?
Yep.
He goes, come on, I challenge you, come down and face me, no disqualification, right?
Yep.
Which Rollins reluctantly was like, yeah, sure, I'll accept that challenge. So Rollins beat down Owens with the ring bell. Beat down Owens again. Actually, no, not the ring bell. Beat him down with freaking steel chairs. Got the ring bell, but Owens then reversed it. Nailed freaking Rollins in the face with the ring bell. Propped Rollins up on the announce table. Climbed up the WrestleMania sign that was behind the announce table. And Owens proceeded to jump off the WrestleMania sign through Rollins in the announce table. With an elbow drop. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then after having the wind knocked out of him, Owens freaking threw Rollins back into the ring, performed the stunner on Rollins, and got the 3 count in the win. Your thoughts on this match as a whole segment? It was alright. Can you imagine if the DQ finish just stuck and Rollins like, nope, I'm heading to the back. Bye. Alright, what would you think? I'd be like, well, this match is deflating. Right?
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, that was a disappointing match.
Yep, anyway. Yeah, I thought it was okay. The dive off the freaking WrestleMania sign it was a WrestleMania moment spot, if you want to call it that. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was okay. The match from beginning to end, it was all right for what it was. Oh, and you know what this show needs? A good old-fashioned 24/7 championship segment. Because then we go back up to Rob Gronkowski or Gronk and freaking Mojo Rawley talking about WrestleMania, how there's more matches to come. Then R-Truth came out and said, okay, I need protection here. I'm the 24/7, 11, 365 champion, or whatever he says, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I can't handle it anymore. I need protection. I need a chill speak. Kind of like what Crash Holly was doing with the hardcore title back in the day, right?
Yeah.
And of course, Mojo Rawley and Gronk just looked at each other, started attacking R-Truth up there on the on the podium they were standing at. And freaking Gronk looked like he got a pin on R-Truth, but Rawley freaking broke that up, and Rawley ended up pinning Truth. And yeah, there was a referee up there, and Rawley won the 24/7 championship, and then straight up booked it.
Yep. After saying, I got him the 24/7 champion, playboy.
And I'm just like, okay, I guess I have to count that as an official match. It was garbage. I understand it was a segment, but still. Right? Yeah, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was okay. Gronk would win the freaking 24/7 title night 2.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that, Melee, when we talk about it.
And then R-Truth would get it back the same night.
Anyway, Now we go on to our semi-main of this WrestleMania Night 1, which was the Universal Championship match between Universal Champion Goldberg and Braun Strowman.
And what do you mean finisher?
Actually, I was going to say this. I was just going to say this first. This match was originally supposed to be Goldberg defending against Roman Reigns, by the way, but due to Roman Reigns' little health scare that was going on at the time, Roman Reigns pulled out literally about a week before Mania. Which is why...
Well, his relapse of leukemia, yes.
Which is why Braun Strowman was penciled in instead to face Goldberg with only a week time to build, and I don't even recall them building this match. They just announced it and said, there's your Universal title match. And yeah, both...
Also, is it bad that all I could hear in the back of my mind when I kept seeing them hit their finisher is, finish him, finish him,
yep.
Finish him.
Anyway, Braun Strowman made his entrance. Goldberg made his entrance. And after the introductions, the match was on. Now, I'm going to recite... I hope you don't get too mad at me, Riptides, because I know you've done this before, but I'm going to recite this whole match. Spot for spot. Spear, 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 spear. Power slam, power slams, power slam, power slam. 3 count, Strowman wins.
Jackhammer.
Jackhammer attempt. Then power slam, power slam, power slam. Power slam. Braun Strowman got the 3 count and took the Universal Championship. Yeah, that was pretty much the whole damn match. Your thoughts on it?
All I kept hearing was, finish him.
Yeah, I understand this was big men slapping man meat fest, but... And it was a Goldberg match. I mean, no one wants to see long Goldberg matches, but come on, they could have done better than this.
Yeah, well... Goldberg, I think, kind of underestimated Strowman because right when he hit those fucking 2 fucking spears... Fucking Strowman ate them like fucking nothing. He just kept getting back up. He's like, the fuck?
And yeah, was it good to see that freaking Braun Strowman finally got a Universal Championship run? Yes. But if you ask me, it was a couple years too late. He should have beat Lesnar for that title instead of being squashed in Saudi Arabia, which I never want to talk about because that event sucked. And yeah, you made us review that shit.
Oh, we'll be reviewing it yet again.
I'm not doing a re-review of it. You can go fuck off.
Yes, we will.
No, we won't. You can watch it, and you can give me your input on it.
We'll be doing it.
So yeah.
You can never say never.
So yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this one. Oh, and if you think that's bad, wait till Night 2's main event. During our next freaking review video.
Yes.
Yeah, boy. But now we go to the main event of WrestleMania 36, Night 1. And this one's legendary, and I honestly, I don't even think our description, I don't even think we can even describe this main event and do it justice, honestly. And yes,
fucking AJ Styles versus Taker
in the Boneyard match.
Boneyard match.
Yeah, their cinematic style match that looked like the ending to an action movie, basically, is what this was. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't even think our description of what happened through each scene can even do it justice. It's one of those matches you gotta watch yourself, but we can try our best on describing what we saw. Right?
Yeah, fucking AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson come in a fucking hearse, which AJ is in a casket, and he's just like, oh, that was a nice ride. I'm like...
And you're like, huh?
Oh.
And then...
Did he sleep with her? Is that comfortable?
Was he sleeping in that coffin the whole time before he showed up? Or something, I don't know. And
well, let's get this straight.
By the way, for those who don't know or are wondering, this did not take place in the PC. This took at in an undisclosed location at a warehouse that was built to look like a barn in a cemetery. Right?
Yeah. Also, for people that were, this was a match that AJ Styles caused himself.
Yeah, with the story of going
calling
in.
out the one man that you should never call out.
He called out The Undertaker for a match. Undertaker was getting involved in his matches, including the one in Saudi Arabia from the month prior, and
he was talking shit about Michelle.
Even referring to The Undertaker by his real name in this feud. Right?
Yeah.
Sending Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson to have Taker sign the contract. That kind of backfired challenge when Styles challenged him to this match. But anyway, going back to this entry here, AJ Styles arrives in a hearse. And then he was like, "Where is he? Come on, Taker, I'm right here." And what do we hear in the distance? And what did we see
on
next?
His fucking bike.
Yes. And when Taker arrived,
not any fucking Taker either. This was Biker Taker.
Yeah, the Holy Trilogy is what Mark Calloway likes to call it. And they had Metallica's song "Now That You're Dead" playing during Taker's little arrival to this match. Right.
That was a nice touch, though, that they had Metallica doing it.
So the Undertaker gets off the motorcycle. I just was like, when I first seen this, I'm just like, oh my god, my childhood came fucking back. As we know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would Taker as his badass self, or big evil self combined, as we know.
Yeah.
And mixed with his Phenom character but as well, right?
Yeah, what he called the Unholy Trinity.
And this match, if you want to call it that, started off with AJ talking shit to Taker, saying, "Hey, does your wife know that you're out this late?" Yes. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Styles tried to take advantage by throwing dirt in Taker's face. That didn't work. Then AJ Styles ran off, and you can even hear Taker saying, "Hey, Alan, where are you going?" That's Styles' real name. Right?
Yes.
And AJ tried to get away. Taker went after him. They got to the freaking hearse, which Taker got the advantage of, including taking a lead pipe and looking like he was going to smash AJ's head in, only for AJ to move out of the way and Taker smash his arm to the window. Right?
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, look what you did. I'm bleeding." I'm like,
"You got me cut."
You know you done pissed off a man when he just looked at his arm and like, "Oh, I'm bleeding."
He was like, "Son of a bitch." Right? It's like, "Look what you made me do. You got me cut."
"Son of a bitch, look what you made me do. I'm bleeding." I'm like, you know you done fucked up when you have someone just bash in the freaking window and then say, "Oh, I'm bleeding."
"Oh, look what you made me do."
And then takes your ass.
Yeah, including throwing AJ into the windshield of the hearse and then fighting him on top of the hearse before dumping it off of the roof. Right?
And then him to keep saying, "Where you going, boy? Where you going?"
Yeah, and then when Taker had the advantage here, that's when Gallows and Anderson was like, "Hey, dead man, we're just getting started." Right?
Well, that's because AJ picked up a shovel, was going to hit Taker with the shovel. The fucking Taker hits him in the gut with his foot. And he's like, "Oh, you got a shovel? Good idea. I'll pick up the shovel." And then freaking Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows pop up and say, "Hey, dead man."
Yeah, that's when he had Styles in the grave the first time.
Do? Beat their asses with a fucking shovel until the fucking shovel head pops off.
Oh, yeah, this was after Gallows and Anderson freaking revealed that they had druids with them. They were useless. Right? And then Styles came back, got the advantage, and nailed Taker in the back with a tombstone. right?
Yeah, no, the Druids they weren't even really Druids. They were AJ Styles' friends and family that were there trying to help him. They just had him dressed up as Druids. And what does Taker do? He's like, fine, bring it. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
You guys are in for a world of hurt.
Yeah, and then freaking when Taker got back up after being nailed in the back with a literal tombstone, by the way, obviously propped, Styles and spear Taker to the freaking barn wall, to the wall of the barn there, right? And then Styles was talking all kinds of shit, saying you ain't got it anymore, old man. Taker just sitting there trying to catch his breath, flipping AJ Styles off, right?
Yep.
And then AJ Styles kept kicking Taker, heading all the way to the grave. And that whole scuffle ended when friggin' Styles took a shovel, nailed Taker in the back with it right into the grave. And then AJ Styles was like, trust me, I'm doing the whole world a favor. I'm gonna bury you. Gets up on the tractor, goes, okay, let's start this up. And right when he did, yeah, who pops up behind Styles?
No, he's all loud. He's like, yes, now we're talking. He starts moving the tractor, and then a light shows up right behind him.
And then Taker
blinding
just appears.
The hell out of people.
And Taker appears behind AJ Styles, giving us that Taker AJ Styles meme.
And at this point, in my mind, I was laughing because all I could remember was when Taker did the same thing with an ambulance and just said, hello, boy!
God damn it. Right?
And I would have busted off laughing if Taker said, hello, boy!
Or hello, Alan. What the fuck? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then Taker proceeded to beat the shit out of Styles off the friggin' tractor. AJ Styles was running away, climbed up the ladder on top of the friggin' barn structure they were on the roof.
Taker kept saying was, why are you running? Come on! You wanted this!
You don't last 30 years in business without taking an ass whipping, boy. Right?
Yes.
So at this point, Taker and Styles were up on the roof. Styles, he goes, where are you running, boy? Taker freaking raises his arms up. A wall of fire just shoots out of nowhere, blocking Styles' path so he can't run anymore. Right?
Yep.
And that's when Gallows and Anderson got up there. Tried to attack Taker, but Taker fought them off, including chucking freaking Gallows off of the roof onto the freaking ground. And tombstoning freaking Anderson on the roof. Right?
Yep.
And then Taker then proceeded to grab Styles by the throat. And Taker was like, come on, man, I had you beat, I had you buried. He goes, what? Taker was like, huh? What? You wanted this, right?
Yep.
And Taker proceeded to chokeslam Styles off of the dang freaking roof onto another structure on the ground. Broke to the structure on the ground, knocking Styles completely out. Alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Taker proceeded to freaking climb down the ladder, look at Styles, he goes, hey, you still with me? Why don't you tell me, tell me who my wife is. Why don't you tell me how old I am? To an unconscious
What's my
Styles.
name?
What's my name? I was expecting Taker to freaking flip off Styles again and be like, how many fingers am I holding up? Right?
Yeah.
But then freaking Styles was like all groggy, freaking coming back too, apparently. So Taker proceeded to pick him up and carry him all the way to the grave, right?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, well, you brought a fight to me that no one really brought in a long time. And
Styles was like,
kept
don't
saying,
bury me.
don't bury me.
It's like,
Don't bury me.
He goes,
Don't bury me.
and then Taker was like, go out like a man.
Don't worry, I won't bury you.
And he goes, you fought your ass off, and Styles, and for some reason I was hugging Taker. Even talking about this, Styles was like, don't ask why I was hugging you, Taker. Or hugging you, I don't know why. Right?
No.
And he goes, that's a mind game, because it looked like Taker was going to turn and walk away, and then he was like, psych, Spartan kicks freaking dang Styles into the grave. And then Taker
what does
proceeds.
he proceed to do?
Gets up.
Start the freaking tractor and bury him.
Yep. Gets up on the tractor and buries AJ Styles, thus winning the match. Right.
Yep.
And then afterwards, Taker picks up his bandana, puts it back on, gets back on the motorcycle, starts it up, does his freaking famous pose back there, which I have framed on my wall, by the way, that you've probably seen in the background of some of my reaction videos, and proceeds to
All we
drive.
see is AJ Styles' hand poking out of the ground.
Yes. And then Taker proceeded to drive off into the night, thus signifying the end of his career, which we didn't know at the time, but it came out a couple months later during his Last Ride documentary that he was retiring after that match. So yeah, your thoughts on this one, the cinematic style Boneyard match, and our description can't do it justice. To enjoy it, you got to go back and watch it yourself.
It was a match. That's all I could say.
To me, it was the best cinematic match WWE's ever put together at this point. Still to this day. Why do you think I rank it highly in my why do you think I ranked it highly in my Undertaker WrestleMania match tier list? And my WrestleMania main events tier list that I did.
There is no words that can describe that match.
And with The Undertaker now retired and this being his last WrestleMania match, his overall WrestleMania record is 25-2. For those of you keeping score. And that's how WrestleMania 36 Night 1 ended. And yeah, that was one of the best cinematic. I still to this day say that's the best cinematic match I've ever seen, so I hold it in high regards. Right? So anyway, now we go on to what I always call our favorite segment of these reviews, our rating system and our final grade. So, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
We can't really do a final grade because we have to still watch night.
Well,
so
here's what I'm going to do.
Just be the rating system.
Well, here's what I'm going to personally do. I'm gonna give you my final grade for WrestleMania for night 1. I'll give you my final grade for night 2, and then I'll give you my combined final grades for both nights. See if it lives up or not. You know what I mean? Just to make it fair with the grading system, because I don't want to just give this one no grade and just wait till the next one. You know what I mean? So Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross winning the women's tag team championships from the Kabuki Warriors. I gave that one 3.5 out of 5.
3.
Elias defeating your boy King Corbin. I gave that one 2.5 out of 5.
1.
Damn, I was being more generous to it than you were, right? Becky Lynch defeating Shayna Baszler to retain the Raw Women's Championship. I gave that one 3.25 out of 5.
Watching it then and then rewatching it now, 4.5.
Damn, you hold it in high praise.
It was a good match.
Sami Zayn defeating Daniel Bryan to retain the Intercontinental Championship. I originally had that one at 2.5, but yeah, it's getting a 1.5 from me, and that's all because of how it ended.
2. That's being nice.
John Morrison defeating Kofi Kingston and Jey Uso in that ladder match to retain the SmackDown tag titles for himself and The Miz. I gave that one 4.5 out of 5.
Same.
Kevin Owens defeating Seth Rollins in what turned out to be a no disqualification match. I gave that one 4 out of 5.
I gave that a 3.5 because of the fucky ending in the beginning.
Yep. Mojo Rawley
If it
defeating...
was a straight up no disqualification match in the beginning,
Yeah.
it would have gotten higher.
Yeah. Mojo Rawley defeating R-Truth and Gronk in that to win that 24/7 title in that skit. I gave that one obviously a 0 out of 5.
3.
You enjoyed that segment way more than I did.
It was funny as hell.
Braun Strowman defeating Goldberg to win the Universal Championship in that finisher fest. 1 out of 5.
3.5. Just because of the surprise on Goldberg's face when he hit him with 2 spears in the beginning and Strowman kept getting up.
Yeah, finisher fest ain't gonna impress me on the score rating. Sorry. And obviously the main event with The Undertaker defeating AJ Styles in that Boneyard match. That broke my rating scale. I gave that one infinity.
Some would say that that match actually saved night 1, and I would agree. Give it a God rating.
Basically the same as me. So for night 1 of WrestleMania 36, I felt like it delivered, though there were some crappy matches. Let's be honest here. So my final grade for night 1 of WrestleMania is a solid B.
I'm gonna withhold my final grade for this until we see night, so it would be all lumped into 1.
Yeah.
Because I find that would be fair.
Yeah. I mean, you can grade it however you want. I'm just grading it this way. Right?
Yes.
So, what matches would you recommend from this event? Well, for me personally, I would recommend...
One is the Boneyard match.
Well, obviously, we recommend the Boneyard match. I would also recommend this Tag Team Championship ladder match from this particular night 1 show. And man,
I would recommend the Owens and Rollins.
Owens and Rollins. You don't have to watch like the whole match. Maybe just skip ahead to where the no DQ stipulation was announced, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and another match you would personally recommend to the fullest extent was that Intercontinental title match.
No.
You go in, out, in, out, in, out, in. I'm just kidding, right? So usually now is the time where I reveal what we're going to be doing for next week, but I'm going to withhold my pick for next week until we review night 2.
Yes.
So yeah, so guaranteed by, so yeah, tomorrow I'll be uploading WrestleMania 36 night 2 review, and at the end of that's when I'm going to reveal what our next classic review is going to be. Literally the week before WrestleMania 42. So we got a lot to review next week.
Yep.
So anyway, that being said, we will talk to y'all later. Peace.
Doses.